cleansing and healing of the soul. When evil is done to you, it is the greatest good because you are low given life and your soul is cleansed. The wrong done to you is a priceless divine gift. Discontent, sorrow, and psychological suffering are the most incredible healing phases of the soul. When dissatisfaction has arisen, the soul is cleansed and the ego begins to die, so it is good. When you learn to think backward, you realize that the reverse of what the ego says is the truth. So don't defend yourself or get angry, you're already in heaven. This is the ultimate state of being where your self-interest is set aside for the greater good. It's about letting life unfold as it naturally desires without fighting or defending yourself. Instead, you embrace what life brings, knowing it's a divine gift. When you let go of your need to be correct, you truly enter a state of grace. You become aware of your true self, knowing your needs or ego does not define you. Don't expect anything from anyone, no flowers. Plant your garden and enjoy. Happiness is valid only when you share it with others. Union with the divine being is all we desire. It is there for the taking. The joy of the senses is a fleeting moment, but you can make it last with the right mindset. When you change your thinking, you change your behavior. You change reality, body, and world, time, and future. Our goal is to unite with the divine. You only get as much love as you have. If you pursue an external profit for yourself, you will permanently lose because you are strengthening the ego, which engenders opposition, which will rob you of joy. It isn't brilliant wanting something more for yourself. Anything more increases your ego and calls for suffering. Why would you always want to suffer? Happiness is to ignore yourself, not to defend yourself, not to do anything for me. When you don't give, you waste energy. The solution? Give more and let yourself be you. Just help and obey, and you're in the hands of God, people. That's what happiness is, not defending yourself and unconditionally obeying people. You must cut off will and pride. You must be soft as warm bread. Don't react. Don't resent anything. Whatever they do to you, don't let anything affect you. Don't defend yourself. This is heaven. We're all here to make heaven on earth. Embrace whatever life throws and find joy in every moment. Because everything originates from the divine, it all comes back to us. You receive what you are. You have to let go of yourself. And sometimes life can feel challenging because we have a sense of self. But if we could let go of that self, claims, and desires, take yourself out of the equation. When we relate to ourselves and our interests, the real magic happens. Without self, there's no pain. Seek no more your best, you are in heaven now. Heaven is the good of others, which is you. To be content with little is heaven. God is in minor. The devil is in more. Then what does the man want? But do you see that no one wants the Heavenly Father? Our soul is one. To achieve great things in life, we must dedicate ourselves to the welfare of others, not ourselves. How? Always wholeheartedly. Not sometimes, but always. That's how we bring about real change. We are all connected, and our language and life patterns reflect this. We don't just describe the outside world, we reflect it. We don't live in reality, we live in love. Saying we is the key. You should do everything for others as they are your soul. And we do the opposite. We do everything for a self that doesn't even exist, and therefore we oppose the divine. The other is you. When you attack and fight for yourself, you are no longer in truth. When you get angry, what you tell yourself is not valid. That's why you get angry. What you say is a lie. When you condemn, you distance yourself so you can strike. When you don't love, you're wrong. There is only love if you don't relate to anything to the eye. When you're forgiving, you love. There's no need for comment. The last level is only admiration and contemplation. Don't defend yourself, because if you react, God is not there. Choose mercy. Forget yourself to the end. Rather than seeking welfare, focus on its absence. Holding on to it drains your vital energy, hindering your ability to live fully. Everything that doesn't align with our true selves consumes our energy. Everything that feeds our ego hinders our future and our time. Settling for what we have is the foundation for growth. Everything more than that will be lost, taken from, or left behind. You came here to gain eternity, and that means giving the world. The fight outside is the fight within you. It's your weapons fighting out there, mirroring you and showing you your suffering. When you look outside, you're looking inside. The outside is your inside, which is fantastic. So, liberation is not just from the world, but also from the self. There is no need to fight your neighbor because the enemy is within you. You can stop the attack from within you, and it prevents it from coming outside. What troubles you outside is from within you. The unpleasantness that comes to you detaches and gives you life, saving you. We live our conditioning, but we can choose to let it serve us, not hinder us. People run conflicts or appreciation out of you, but you can choose to see what is in you as a reflection of what is in you. We see conflicts in our minds outwardly, and we are responsible for our world. Out there in front gets what is in you, and no one can harm you unless you think it first. The only struggle is against love, and the good news is that divine love liberates. It doesn't restrain. Attacking, fighting, and defending yourself is against love. When we attack the other, we attack love, and that is Jesus. Nothing happens outside unless you think it first. You had a negative comment, but the opposite happened. Negativity creates the enemy. The way you look at love needs to change, not the world. What you live is the life of your conditioning. What your condition is what you live. If you unite with the divine being, doing what the divine does, then the world comes to peace by itself. When you speak negatively about others, you're talking about yourself. The only evil that exists is in you, and the evil in the world is simply a reflection of your own. Your opposition to love creates evil, and when you block the connection with the divine, you cut off the vital energy that sustains reality. But when you become love, your exterior and your body heal. What you don't like, you need. What you don't like, you don't need, and it harms you to get attached. Loving and giving, or restraining yourself, opens the gate to heaven and allows the miraculous energy to charge you with life and fulfillment. The body and the exterior become sick with unloving and lack of giving because they no longer receive vital energy. When you don't love unconditionally, your reality breaks down, and you will suffer. When you give unconditionally, you will receive abundantly. Love is the ultimate power. It liberates, gives, allows, gives, and gives of yourself. To suffer is to blame, to attack, to resist. When you go over everything for yourself and only think about your interests, you end up attacking the interests of everyone around you. You're taking from them and defrauding them. The world is your mirror, showing you what you're made of. What you have on the outside also has within you, and it's all subject to your inner decisions. You change your world, and everything in the mirror changes too. But why are you intolerant? Accept the other as he is because it's love. You don't care what they're like or why they're like that. It's none of your business. You're not the judge. Judgment is with the Lord, not with men. No matter how they are, you love them unconditionally. They teach you to love without conditions and reason. Stop thinking evil, and immediately the healing of your life begins. Only allow yourself to appreciate, thank, and be grateful. By the love you express, the Lord is present in your life and in your words of kindness and understanding. Why don't you want him to be present? Through accusation and criticism, the devil is present. Why would you always choose the dark? I don't know. Do you want to suffer more? Doubt brings in suffering. Negative thoughts are hell. You can see it in your anger, rage, and hate. If something's upsetting you, stop because it's not true. The outside comes from you, and you always meet who you are. The people around you are what you think. If you change inside, they change too. Some come, some go. If you are the only love, that's the only way it will come from the front. Nothing else can come. When you unite with the divine self, when you unite opposites, i.e., give, yield, and accept, and make a self-sacrifice, you will truly experience the joy of union. Who wants to join with the Lord? Those who boast of their riches may seem attractive, but they are like troubled water that flows out of the brook, and therefore they do much damage. It is better never to desire more, for more will make you suffer. A person who is not content with minors will have his sharpness blunted. The more he has, the sooner he will be diminished. The bigger something is, the more quickly it will break. Wealth and riches are illusions, for no one can possess anything. Whoever shows arrogance in their wealth or fame will surely bring trouble upon themselves. The nature of the Tao teaches us to withdraw and give more of our good immediately without striving to withhold and defend it to gain an advantage. It is all about renunciation, and that is a beautiful thing.